Okay, I just thought of another question that I should answer for you guys. That is, how do you know when to kiss a woman? This is the great nerve-wracking moment. So you've gone on a date, you've met at a party, you're really hitting it off. When do you move in for the kill? Because if you get rejected, then nothing's probably ever going to happen. And I find this the most nerve-wracking of all times in the dating in a possible romance. Like, asking a girl out is easier. It's like you talk to her. Have you seen any good movies lately? Is there any movie that you want to see? And then it's easy to move into asking her out to a movie or to a lecture. Or, asking a girl out is relatively easy. And then asking her in, you want to come in for a cup of tea? How could a girl say no to a place like this? I mean, once she knows about the famous hovel, how could any woman say no to this? But the nerve-wracking time is when you decide to move in for the kiss or not. So here are some tips. You got to have at least 3 indicators of interest. I think I read this either in the Mystery Method or in Neil Strauss's book, The Game. So if she touches you a lot, like lets her hands rest on you a lot, that's a strong indicator of interest. She asks you questions about your life that are more than just perfunctory and pro forma questions. That's a good indicator that she wants to be kissed. And if she holds your gaze, that's a great indicator. So let's say I'm sitting here, she's sitting there. And so I'm like talking to her like this. So what's her body language? Is her body language oriented straight towards me? And is she closed up like this, or is she open with her arms and legs? So if her body language is oriented towards me, if she's in an open posture, she's like leaning towards me, I'm leaning towards her, then we've only got like a foot in between. So that's not so bad. So let's say you're only like a foot apart. If she keeps keeps eye contact with you for 3 seconds, so you're like this, like you catch her eye, you hold it 3 seconds, she stays with you, doesn't look away, then you move in for the kiss. So I remember one girlfriend, I asked her back here so that I told her I needed her to turn on the light. It was Shabbat and she wasn't Jewish, so I needed her to turn on the light for me, and that's how I got it back in here. And I moved in for the kiss, and she rejected me. So that was like one of the few cases when I was able to overcome her resistance a few minutes later. Normally a girl blows you off here and you're just sunk dead in the water, and that's it. I remember my girlfriend from 2002, we met for the first time for coffee, and then we stayed for lunch after talking for a couple of hours, and then we drove up to Malibu to the beach, and we went for a walk along the beach, and we were holding hands, and then we were sitting on the rocks, and we were sitting close to each other. And so we'd held hands, we'd talked for hours. She was looking me in the face, she was smiling, she was happy to be with me. So I moved in for the kiss, and we made out. So that was pretty cool. Remember another time, this girl was sitting here. She was like 23. She was an economist finishing off a PhD in economics, and I was about 39 at the time. And so I'm moving in for the kiss like this. She says, "Were you in a porn film?" So then I have to go into that big long discussion. But after that, she eventually did decide to kiss me. So moving in for the kill to kiss a woman, that's the most nerve-wracking of all moments in a relationship.